FDA, as they do with all medications, they reviewed the trial data that was available to them at the time, which it had tens of thousands of patients in it, and looked at the safety profile, looked at the efficacy profile, and from all that, they felt comfortable enough with these 3 vaccine options that we have right now to say the benefit of having this available to the citizens of the U.S. outweighs any risks that we're seeing in the trial. And now we're living out a trial of sorts in which millions of people have gotten these vaccines now nationwide. And the FDA, CDC, they all have, watching mechanisms in place to know, what adverse effects are people seeing with these vaccines, if any. And so far, early indications are that it's very well tolerated. I can speak from experience with what we've done here on campus, and in saying that people have tolerated the vaccine well, in what I've seen with our vaccine clinics here on campus. So people should know that the FDA didn't just release this vaccine to be available with the public without having some sort of confidence that people were going to tolerate it well, that it was going to be safe, and that it was going to be effective. I think it's important to also think of the vaccine as our best proactive step to take in combating the virus. It's been a year, almost a year and a half, since we've seen our first patients here in South Central Kentucky with COVID. And in those early days, I can remember a group of us meeting and trying to discuss the best way to care for these patients. And we were learning a lot at that time, as was everyone else in the country, about the best way to care for these patients. And treatment guidelines have always changed, over the years, but everything we were looking at was more reactive. These folks have COVID, they're exhibiting these symptoms. What can we do to help alleviate those symptoms? What can we do to help the virus not attack their body anymore? A vaccine, on the other hand, is proactive. By getting a vaccine, you're saying, I'm doing something to try to keep the virus at bay. Our best chance of ending this pandemic and keeping the virus at bay and preventing infection in the future is to get vaccinated, so that we all have some sort of immunity built up, and that we're not treating people in a reactive fashion after they've contracted the virus, but we're being proactive in preventing the spread of it.